Progressive loading exercises for Achilles tendinopathy.
Hello, I'm Ebonie and this is Ruth Chimenti. We are both physiotherapists who have done research to understand how we can best use exercise to reduce tendinopathy pain.
We want to make this video to introduce different ways a tendon can be loaded during an exercise program, as well as an overview of some exercises that we commonly give to patients with Achilles tendinopathy. We start with exercises that actually help your pain, then progress to exercise to get your calf muscles and tendons stronger, and last we work on exercises designed to get your spring back. Don't worry about knowing where to start. Your physical therapist will individualize the exercises to best fit your needs.
Let me start by going through the different types of loads. Your tendon can respond to 4 different types of load. The first is tensile. This is when you ask your tendon to store and release energy like a spring. This is what tendons are great at. Achilles tensile load or spring load can be running, change of direction, coming downstairs, even walking. Even though this is what your tendon is designed to do, these activities may provoke pain for you at the moment. This is what we need to help get you back to, and we will teach you how to do this. The second load is compression, and this is when the tendon is squashed against a bone, such as down at the heel. This is one of the reasons we don't recommend stretching if you have insertional Achilles pain, because when you stretch the Achilles tendon, it gets squashed against the heel bone. This also explains why you may feel worse in bare feet compared with shoes, and why using a heel lift can help. The third load type is friction loads. This is when the outside of the tendon covering moves over the tendon repeatedly, but the tendon isn't acting like a spring. For example, if you are swimming and kicking your legs, your ankle can move a lot, but your Achilles tendon isn't acting like a spring. These injuries need to be managed differently. The last load is a combination of compression and tensile load, and this is the most challenging. An example of this is pushing off quickly. These sorts of combination loads are what we have to get you and your tendon back to, as most of our tendons act in this way. Don't worry, this is what your tendon is designed to do, and we have steps to get you there. The initial goals of this exercise program is to first reduce your pain with load and strengthen the tendon and muscles. It is important that while we do this, we remove the loads that are provoking you, like fast tensile loading, compression, and friction. As your pain starts to decrease, then we can add in the other types of loading. This program has been designed to gradually progress you. We know that load and capacity are very closely related. Remember, the capacity of your muscles and tendons only ever just exceeds the loads you put on them. This is why complete rest is no good for you or your tendon. If you rest, you drop your loads and you drop your capacity. This means your ability to do things is reduced, and this can be why you get a pain flare when you try. It may not be pain at the time, it might be the next day. We're going to show you how to use load to build your capacity back up to your goals.
Now I'm going to describe an exercise progression that you can use to gradually increase the force level and tensile load on the Achilles tendon. The first type of exercise that we're going to do is called an isometric exercise. This is where the muscle is actively contracting and you are loading your tendon, but the whole body stays still. You heard from Ebonie that fast activities or tensile load can be provoking at the moment, and so can compression. The isometric exercise is safe, so there's no movement, and it's completed out of compression, so it doesn't aggravate your tendon. Remember, rest won't help improve your capacity, so this is a great place to start.
Here is Joe demonstrating an isometric exercise. It's really important to note he's holding on. This is not a balance exercise. At a low force level, this starts by standing next to a wall, going up onto the balls of your feet, and holding this position for 45 seconds. The height of the heel isn't as important as you feeling the calf muscles working. As you're doing the exercise, you want to think about the laces of your shoes pointing straight forward towards your second toe. If your laces point too far inward or too far outward, then you're not working the calf muscles that we're trying to target. You can make this exercise harder by shifting more weight onto one side. Another option to increase the load is to use a Smith machine at the gym. Set the desired load and raise up using both legs. Once you have your balance, then lift up one foot and hold for 45 seconds. It may be helpful to have a clock or timer in view so you can keep an eye on the time. Don't worry if it's a little uncomfortable. This is normal and completely safe.
The second type of exercise we will do is a heel raise. The muscle and tendon work together to pull up the heel, and as the heel is lowering, the muscle and tendon are working together to lower the body in a controlled manner. The work on the way up is just as important as the work on the way down, so it's important not to rush either going up or coming down.
You want to take about 2 seconds to raise up your heel and 3 seconds to lower. To make this exercise easier, you can use both legs. And to make this exercise more challenging, you can start to shift more and more weight towards one side until you're doing this on just one leg. Your physical therapist will tailor this exercise to you. Remember, this is slow. It isn't damaging for the tendon, it's just the opposite. It's getting your tendon and muscle stronger. For a challenge, you can use the Smith machine to increase the level of force. For your alignment, you want to line up the ball of your foot where your shoe bends with the bar. Once you can lift the bar up and down slowly with good technique, then you can progress to adding more weight. If you feel discomfort in the tendon with this exercise, an easy modification is to place a small lift or book under your heel to reduce the compressive load, and with time, you can go back to using the full range of motion.
The functional relevance of doing a heel raise is that you use the muscles in a similar manner when you're pushing off the ground during walking or going upstairs. Also, you functionally use the lowering part when going downstairs or stepping off of a curb.
So make sure that you're getting all the way to the peak of your range of motion as you're doing the heel raise to make sure you strengthen the calf muscles in a similar position. Also remember that you want to keep your shoelaces lined up with your second toe.
The third type of exercise we will do is to retrain your spring.
This exercise begins with a task that you do every day, stairs. The first level of this exercise is going up and down the stairs slowly, with your heels not touching the step. Please hold on to the railing for balance so that you can focus on your calf muscles working while you're doing this task. The next level of this exercise is slow double leg hops. With equal weight on both sides, do a small hop, land, and recover. Pushing off of the ground is just as important as landing. Just like the heel raises, you want to focus on feeling your calf muscles working on the way up and on the way down. Your goal is to get high enough that your toes come just off the ground. Speed is not important at this point. Just focus on your form. A mirror may provide helpful feedback. Also, stand near a wall or something sturdy for balance. Fast stairs is the next exercise, where you want to go up and down the stairs quickly without letting your heels touch the step. Again, please hold on for balance. This is a great functional exercise to get your body ready for the next progression to fast double leg hops. For fast double leg hops, you want to start with equal weight on both sides and do continuous double leg hops. It's okay if your heels don't touch the ground. This happens when you start to do the exercise faster. The final exercise in this progression is alternating single leg hops. Again, your heels may not touch the ground as you're doing this exercise. Just find what feels most comfortable and natural for you. As you start to increase speed and duration of this exercise, you're getting closer and closer towards an exercise that's very similar to running.
The goal of exercise is for you to feel the calf muscles working. We want to increase the load as much as we can so that you can get as much work done by the muscle as possible. You should know that the exercise progression can go up or down. Even if you have a week where you are highly active with other activities, it is still really important to keep going with your isometric and heel raises. Remember, listen to your tendon 24 hours after an exercise. If you have progressed to the spring phase, your physical therapist can help you fit these into your week, and remember to keep your strength going. This is important. We want to integrate your exercises with your daily and recreational activities. We need to stay within your capacity. We are giving you all the information on how to progress the exercises yourself. Listen to your tendon, and that will be your best guide about loading. Exercise is the best treatment for tendinopathy while also getting you back to all the activities that you enjoy.